clicking live on YouTube, you're gonna get you will get a thing that says warning. This meeting is being streamed on the internet.
Recording in progress.
Oh no.
Bleep, bloop.
Recording.
Bleep bloop.
Oh, my setup is a disaster. Hold on, please stand.
No.
Is this Mind Meld 1 or Mind Meld 2? I got it in my files.
I think this is 0.
One. I think the other one was 0. Yeah, I just put the date.
Got
Recorder, output, compressor. Got it. Okay.
All right.
It's all working now.
All of it? That's impressive.
Yep.
Hi, listeners.
Ahoy,
Hello,
listeners.
Friends.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Okay, let's see here. I'm just closing as many tabs as possible. I believe, does the game show link get picked up automatically and sent out? I forget. Nope. So I'll manually do that.
What do you think this is? Total Party Kill?
Although the regular, it's on the regular live stream, so it will do an auto tweet on the incomparable.
Well, I'm also sending out a thing.
Okay, good.
And I'm tagging y'all on it.
Tagging the people.
Ooh,
no pressure
you.
to do it right.
Chip, which chip do I use? Do I use 2-Minute Time Lord or do I use that chip guy?
That chip guy.
That chip guy. Got it.
Unless this is an all Doctor Who episode, which would be cool.
Oh, no.
It could be, but
we
it's
could
not.
make it an all Doctor
With
Who
or Brian?
I am.
Oh,
Brian is
Brian went off to.
Well, I mean,
a black
they're
box.
still square
Yeah,
or rectangle. Fascinating.
we're joined by Brian's rectangle.
There we go.
It is
Sorry, I went
October.
to get
It's
water.
spooky season.
Ah.
Well,
Funky
I'm
shapes.
podcasting from Dongle Town.
Oh, I love that. Let's see. Erica, what shirt are you wearing?
Oh, I am wearing the shirt I suggested, which is the here we go. The Queen Amina shirt. It says Queen Amina, White Star Line, where the stars are the limit. Which
Amazing.
Is the cruise line from Dan's books.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I would buy one of those. And then I did.
And then you did.
Yeah.
And
it's great.
Wearing it.
Uh-huh. It's also super comfy. I love Cotton Bureau shirts. This is not an ad for Dan's books or
Cotton
Dan's
Bureau.
shirts, but it kind of is.
But it kind of is.
Yep.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh yes, YouTube.
The Bayern Corporation shirt, or Bayern, I don't know how he pronounces
I
it,
think
is
it's
also
Bayern.
quite comfy.
Burn.
Yeah,
Burn.
leave it to
Bairn,
wow.
baby, Bairn.
name
Dr.
books
Pepper makes
Yeah,
it up
no,
to
nobody
Canada.
pronounces.
Oh yeah. It was
Also
it was
Dr.
missing
Pepper.
for a while. There was a great Diet Dr. Pepper shortage for
during the pandemic.
yes
It's very
during the
sad.
early stages of the pandemic. It is it seems to be pretty stably back. So yeah. Thank
We've-
God.
Oh yeah, I had to get. We were visiting Lauren's parents at one point. It was our first trip after the peak initial pandemic thing, and it was during the great diet soda shortage. And I remember we ended up driving home with 2 boxes of Diet Mountain Dew, I think, or Coke Zero,
Yeah.
and it was literally because we couldn't find it anywhere at home, and we were in a store in Southern California. And we're like, get it? They have 2. Get them both. The world. Whereas normally, at Safeway, it's like buy 7, get 7 free. If you buy 14 all at once.
Take
that
more
kind of thing.
carbonated water, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, although Shelly told me that there is diet, I think vanilla Dr. Pepper, or no, is it caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper? That's what she said. Shelly said in where she lives in Texas that there's caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper, which would be the greatest thing in the universe, but I've never seen that in
And
Canada.
my mom
Not
has
a
that.
once.
I always tell her, what's the point? Like,
Yeah. Why try it?
Because it
caffeine
tastes good.
Or sugar? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We are
I-
experiencing a shortage of spicy chips, which has made my child very, very sad.
They like the spice, don't they?
Oh my gosh.
Spicy
so
as well.
much.
Have y'all hopped on the Flyby Jing train with the chili crisp?
I
I don't understand. Sometimes Brian says words and I was like, I don't know.
okay, that
Brian,
wasn't just
Feel
me.
older.
I've been flopping on the hummingbird though.
Yeah.
Put on the hummingbird, doing the little coin flip. Yep.
Yeah. I too am dancing the robot fellow young.
Yep.
Fly by Jing is a very trendy chili crisp that everyone in my life has fallen in love with.
Sure it
myself
is.
included.
Sure it is. Sure it
It's
is.
in our
Okay.
Mind Meld Slack channel. Listeners, back me up, please. You listen
Yeah,
to the bootleg.
if you could,
like
if
Fly
you
by
could
Jing, put it in
People,
the
tell
Slack.
the old people
Type
it's cool.
that.
Yeah.
so I
And
can
I
search
was
for
just-
it to get it for my child.
It's
I was
amazing.
tripping on some wheat thins the other day. Wow.
Thinking on
Oh, yeah.
Nanny? Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Whew. Wow, that hurt my
Fly
brain.
by. Okay.
Warm up.
Yeah, that has totally boosted my confidence for
Yeah, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Remember, this is a
You know what,
game
the
about
great
being the
thing was-
same,
Wonderful.
Well,
We're all old
speaking-
except for Brian.
speaking a common language.
Yes.
Some of us
Think
older
old, Brian. Think old.
Mm. Maybe you all need to think young. Yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
That'll be good.
Silly
Should we
mind,
do this
what?
thing? Brian has an
Yes.
important young person event to get to after this stuff.
I made my bed. I guess I'll go lie in it.
Yeah. But not yet. We have a podcast to record.
Yeah.
All right.
Podcast recording.
Everyone is hopefully recording their side of things.
This is
Does
cool.
everyone have the Mind Meld response form? If not, I can
I've got it
grab it
open.
there. You'll be using that several times, just so you know. But after you click through, you can submit more responses. As Brian suggested, you may want to take a screenshot of your answers before you submit.
How do I do that on a Mac?
There will be a
Command
button.
Shift 4 and then space bar and then click.
Try
Or
it
just
now.
Command Shift 3 to everything.
Or Command Shift 3 to get the whole window.
Yeah.
That would the whole window? Okay, that'd be good.
I mean, the whole screen.
Screen.
Command.
Yeah.
What
Which
Brian
screen?
said. If
There's
you want,
two.
if well, it'll
It
do
gets
both.
of them.
Then that might be hard to read. Okay, what did you say?
Maybe
Command
write
Shift
your
4.
answers down in a notepad first, and then copy
Yeah.
them over
Also
to.
an
lady.
option.
What Brian said is right. It's Command Shift 4 and then space bar and then
and then you can
click on-
highlight just a window.
Yeah, or you can just do Command Shift 4 and highlight the window. Like
I just
click
did
and
Command
drag
Shift
out.
4
And then where will she find the screenshot?
on the desktop. probably.
Ooh, desktop.
Unless the
Probably on the
default has been
desktop.
You know what?
changed.
I'm opening the notepad.
There you go.
I know how to find notes. I know how to
There
you
create a
go.
note.
If
There
you
we
flim
go.
flam in the Jim Jam, you'll find the screenshot.
Yeah. Right.
Actually,
Ride the
you'll find
tasty
them in a
weasel.
bag of Fly by Jing. That's where you'll
Yeah.
find them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
All right, I hope
That'd
this
be
is
great.
timed because
This is strong
It
business
is.
energy here.
But
Totally timed.
It's totally. Yeah, totally timed. It's gonna be great. This is an experiment, and maybe none of you will be invited back. So-
Ow.
Except Kathy. Kathy is mission critical. Everyone else expendable.
I mean, fair.
All right, listeners, YouTubers, bootleggers, welcome to the I don't know, episode 1. Maybe the counting is a little confusing because we had a secret episode that may or may not be released. But this is our slightly adapted, modified, upgraded, so slightly totally better version of Mind Meld. I can say the name of the game we're playing, and we're gonna get started very soon.
Mind web.
Mind Web.
mind welding.
Mind weld. Yeah, sure.
And I just started playing back the file. That was great. Always good to hear my own voice talking in the past. Not disconcerting at all. Kathy, do you want to try this new intro that's going to be hard?
Yes. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome,
2.
Mind,
Meld.
the
Game.
where
Uniqueness.
counts.
Against.
You.
Welcome to Mind Meld, the game where uniqueness counts against you. I'm Tony Sindelar. I will be your game master. I don't know if I'm supposed to be introducing myself right now or if Kathy's going to do that, but joining me is my intrepid scorekeeper, Kathy Campbell. Hi, Kathy.
I mean, we did talk about this and it was going to be changed differently, but you know what? It's fine. This is great.
Turns out doing that, welcome to Mind Meld, alternating every other word, has just vacated everything from my brain. Nothing. I exist only now going forward from there. Everything before that is lost.
But it's okay because I am your intrepid scorekeeper and I just go with the flow. And shall we flow over to our panelists who are intrepid and decided to come play with us for some reason?
That's
that we don't
great.
understand?
I feel like this game's going to work a lot better with players and not just you and me. I feel like no one needs to hear that. So who do we have?
Starting with the exclamation mark in the name for some reason, we have Chip.
Hi, I'm not at all prepared for this. I thought this game was Meld, so I thought it was going to be all about pickaxes and crafting and streaming.
Welcome,
Well,
Chip.
awesome. Maybe that's the next round. We'll stay tuned. Coming up next, we have the only person with the name that has a B in it, and that's Brian Hamilton. Hello, Brian.
Hey, I thought this was mind melt. So last night I watched like Jodorowsky's Dune and Requiem for a Dream and a bunch of stuff. Should my mind not have been melted?
It depends. Did you bring a grilled cheese?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. Next up, the only attendee with melded letters in her name, we have Annette Weerstra.
Yeah.
2 N's and 2 T's. Look at that.
Also 2 E's, but they're spaced out. But
Yes.
Yes, I have lots of double letters. I thought this was mind welt and that it was going to be a little vicious and people are going to hit me in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Could still
I'm
happen.
taking notes for the next episode. All right. Next up, we have our favorite pod daddy, Jason Snell.
My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts. But legally distinct.
Yeah, legally distinct. Don't sue us.
Your
And the
reference
best
to my
part
lack
is-
of acknowledgement.
Best part is anyone listening to this and just listening to this wouldn't see the excellent hand signals that Jason did.
Kind of
It
sort of
kind
did
of-
a Spock voice. It's okay. I was painting
Yeah,
a word
it's
picture
true.
there.
It's true.
It
But
looked more like a
if,
Vulcan death grip.
ooh.
There-
And if anyone
Chip,
does
there
want
is no
to,
Vulcan death
There
grip.
is no Vulcan death grip. Yeah.
if anyone did want to see that, check out the YouTube channel that will probably have the stream.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't
Sure,
know,
yeah, why not?
possibly. We'll see. And then last but by no means least, we have the mind melded first letters of her name, Erica Ensign. Hello.
Hello. I did not come up with anything cute to introduce myself, so I guess I'm just a meld. I have no mind.
You're cute,
All meld,
regardless
no
of what you
mind.
say. That works.
Thank you.
So let's assume that you don't know how Mind Meld works. As we have introduced in the basic premise of the game, Mind Meld is a game where uniqueness counts against you. Your goal is to list things that fit within a given category with the idea of you want to be listing things that your other players are going to be listing. So you want to think like them, but they're thinking like you. So you're thinking like them, thinking like you, like them, like you, like... Don't worry about it. Just try not to be yourself. That never works out. So we will go through a series of categories. I will provide the first category, and you will have choices as to future categories. When we do the scoring, you will get 2 points if a player matches with one of your words, 3 points if 2 players match with one of your words, and so on. There are also bingo points for getting a complete match across the line, and there will be chaos points as assigned by Tony and Kathy, which can come in the form of bonus points or what we like to call penalty points, which are negative points. Think of them as secret rules that we are not going to tell you about until it's time to assign points.
Why
And
are
we
just
definitely
calling
know
those
what those
Glenn
are.
points? I mean, Glenn points right there. Branding.
Our players all have a web form on which they can put a list. The order of items on the list is inconsequential, so it's not a ranked list. It is simply a list of things. You are standing by waiting patiently as I set up the timer, as I am prepared to tell you that round 1 of Mind Meld will be the category. Checking what I wrote down for what that is. Things you put ketchup on. Things you put ketchup on. 1 minute. Things you put ketchup on.
Also known as ketchup or catsup. The red
And this
tomato-based sauce.
It's heard about
With sugar.
It's corn syrup based sauce.
Yes.
You know.
Lightly flavored
Mm.
by tomatoes. Inspired by tomatoes, maybe.
This is an exciting minute where Kathy and I banter, and we don't know if this will be cut out when the episode is edited and released. So
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
that
it
was
will be cut out because
Okay.
nothing I say in this part is interesting, which is fine because we're just talking and distracting our lovely players,
yeah,
I guess.
Are we lovely?
Oh, yes, you're very lovely.
15-second warning. Brian Hamilton
I
has
can't
submitted
copy
an
and
answer.
paste fast enough. I'm going to fail because I'm using a Mac,
And you don't know how to use it right.
and I
Yeah.
yeah.
We can
Actually,
always,
also, if
Erica.
I
We
had-
can. we can read the answers back to you if you need.
Yeah.
So.
If I had a mouse, it would be going a lot faster.
As opposed, you mean you're using a trackpad?
I'm using a trackpad. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
just
I was gonna say if
keyboard.
you're just using a keyboard, that would be.
That would be really impressive.
Erica's doing this all in Vi. All right, answers are in. Kathy is going through and tallying things. Let us start off with Chip. Chip, tell us about your list.
My list sucks.
Oh, well, I like the confidence.
Well, I mean, that timer was ticking down, and I just started spamming with random things. So French fries, hamburgers, hot dogs, scrambled eggs because I was a child once, and toast because I ran out of ideas.
Okay, those are all things you put ketchup on. Brian, what do you have?
I
My
forgot
list-
all the side dishes. Oh no.
My list was hamburgers and fries and hot dogs because I apparently also eat the same food as Chip, and then garbage plates because I remember binging with Babish did an episode on garbage plates from Rochester, and then chicken fingers because that was the last thing I could think of.
Okay. After Brian is Annette. Annette, tell us about your list.
Okay, mine is quite similar to Chip's and Brian's in that we have fries, hamburgers, hot dogs, eggs, not scrambled, but just generally eggs, and grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay. And let's see. After Annette, Jason, how's your list looking?
Well, it's terrible. Hot dogs, hamburgers, and eggs, I think were reasonable. I did not go to the side dishes, which is why I didn't say French fries or what I actually like, which is onion rings. And instead, I panicked like Chip, and I wrote down sandwiches and spaghetti.
Jason, I'm gonna ask you. Can you say that word one more time? Because I heard something that can't be right because it was deeply troubling. So there must have been some distortion. Could you say that word one more time for me?
I had to write down a food stuff, and so I chose spaghetti because probably maniacs put ketchup on their spaghetti.
I will point out. I just said things you
Tony,
put ketchup on.
Don't you know the kid? Yeah, a dog. I thought about a dog, literally. Tony, don't you know that the kids today like there's a whole thing about ketchup spaghetti. It's going around. Prove me wrong.
I can't tell if you're lying to me or not. I'm just gonna assume.
Jason, in
Brown's
your
recipe-
defense, when I was a young child, my mom would sometimes reheat spaghetti, and if the sauce wasn't, saucy enough, that's something she would
Put
do.
the ketchup in there. Yep.
Alton Brown's recipe for spaghetti and meatballs has ketchup in the recipe. I highly recommend that episode.
You are vindicated, Jason.
No.
By Alton
not.
Brown.
I refuse.
Is he?
The bad answer. Onion rings was the correct answer, by the way.
All right. Moving on. Erica, how's your list? Save us from the spaghetti madness.
I also had burgers, fries, and hot dogs, like many. Then I put down hash browns, even though I highly disagree with that practice. But I had breakfast this morning with Steven, and as always, he put ketchup on his hash browns. Gross. And then I panicked and just put potatoes.
I would just like to point out you have already listed fries and hash browns, and then went
Potatoes.
I thought maybe that was a catch-all, and I could just anything that was potato related. What I really should have done was put potato chips, because I know a lot of people. I don't like it, but I know a lot of people who dip their potato chips in.
And you have
Y'all
melded
call
mine
it
with
all
those.
dressed.
No, that's different. All dressed is delicious.
Erica, how do
I
you feel
offended all
about
of Canada.
ketchup on French fries?
It's okay. I'm not actually a big fan of ketchup. I prefer mayonnaise.
So do I.
Gross.
Just on anything.
Erica, they've
Ew.
given you your citizenship. You can relax now.
Yeah.
This is not. All right. Let us talk about points. I think you all did pretty good. We had nobody got a perfect sweep, though I would say Chip and Annette got close. And several words showed up across everybody. So I think everybody said hot dogs and everybody said hamburgers. So those are big point getters.
Oh no, you're right. Never
Not
mind.
quite.
everybody
So,
said fries,
Nobody
Kathy.
didn't say fries.
all right, Kathy, this will be our test of how we do scorekeeping.
Yeah.
It is spaghetti, but a very long French fry.
Starchy.
No, I'm going to merge eggs and scrambled eggs. You get that. All right. So let's start with Chip. Chip gets 4 points for French fries, right?
Yes.
He gets 5 points for hamburgers. He gets 5 points for hot dogs. And he gets 3 points for scrambled eggs.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Hold on.
Yep.
Yep.
Mathin'?
Wait. Yep.
Yep.
9, 14.
Spreadsheets.
Yep. I know.
17.
Well,
All
and
right.
I'm learning.
Yeah. All right. That was Chip. Next up is Brian. Brian also gets 5 points for hamburgers and 5 points for hot dogs and 4 points for fries. I believe that's a 14-point scorecard for Brian.
Yep.
Annette, you're going to get your 4 points for fries. You'll get 3 points for eggs, and you will get, so that's 4 and 3 is 7, and 5 points each for hamburgers and hot dogs. 17 points, I believe, so far tied with Chip, if I did that correctly.
Wait.
No, did I do something?
I got 16 when I counted. So 1, 2.
I think you must have miscounted fries.
Who said grilled cheese sandwiches?
I did.
So isn't that a 2-pointer for her and me?
It's a sandwich. I didn't
You
write
did it.
down sandwich.
I'm sorry. As the scorekeeper, a sandwich is not a grilled cheese. A grilled cheese is a sandwich.
All right.
Yeah.
But eggs are scrambled eggs. It's good to know.
Yes.
Yeah, think about it. And all scorekeeping decisions from
We're good.
Kathy
Okay.
are final.
Yep.
So let's see here. We got Annette. Jason, you are gonna get 5 points for hot dogs, 5 points for hamburgers, and 3 points for eggs. That gets you a 13-point scorecard there. And Erica, 5 points for hamburgers, 5 points for hot dogs, and 4 points for fries, I believe gets 14 points. Now it is time for the inaugural assignment of whimsy/chaos points. I'm sorry, whimsy is different. Chaos/chaos points. I'm going to assign my number one pick for things that I would put ketchup on is grilled cheese. I am giving Annette a bonus point. Kathy, I don't know if I should put that on the scorecard or you should.
I should.
All right. Annette will get a bonus point for grilled cheese. Kathy, would you like to add or subtract a point? Kind of looking side-eyed at spaghetti there, but follow your heart.
Yeah, you know what? I'm giving Erica a bonus point because 3 potato items is perfection, and ketchup belongs on potatoes.
Okay.
It does. That's just the truth.
That's the truth. All right. Well, we've survived one round of My Meld. Kathy, what do our scores look like?
Our scores look great. Do you want me to tell you what they look like? Because
No,
they're
just-
not.
Good from here.
I was just asking how they're looking. I don't need to see them quantified in any way, but
cool.
I don't know.
Then
Does
let's go
anyone
to
else?
second round.
All right. Moving right along.
No, okay, fine. The best part is that these numbers are not equal, which is great. At the top of the game, we have Annette with 18 points. Chip has 17. No one has 16, but Erica has 15. Brian has 14, and Jason has 13.
All right. I would say very tight game. Anything could happen. Now, we have reached the stage of Mind Meld where players are going to get to select what the next round is. I'll give you a choice of things. Chip, we are going to start with you. Chip, you can't think about this for very long because you're just thinking about what we're going to choose. You're not thinking about what your 5 things are going to be. I'm going to ask you to choose round 2, Mind Meld. Mythical creatures or Pixar characters?
Mythical creatures.
All right, players, you have 1 minute. 5 mythical creatures, the best 5, or really as defined by things that other people are going to say. 5 mythical creatures.
Bum, ba, da, da, da. Mana, mana, do, 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 do. Mana, mana, do,
Players, you're free to play along at home with coming up with your own list of 5 things and seeing how close you can do to players. Kathy and Tony will not berate you in your houses.
Unless you're an elite version of membership.
Yes. How did you get into my house?
We hacked into Amazon and stole the garage door opening package. thing.
I don't have a garage door.
I don't have a garage, so we're good.
Well, yeah, I guess I have neither of those, to be clear.
I have a garage, but no garage door. It's a little confusing.
That's
Oh,
just a hut,
interesting.
Brian.
Don't start the round until I come back.
gazebo.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And that is time. Erica, if you can get yours submitted.
I
Perfect.
did.
Okay. Maybe the form took a second. You were the last
Okay.
one to get in. Some interesting spelling variants there.
Yes, thankfully, I am not going to judge on the spelling.
Thank
I'm
God.
just
Well, I
going
wondered
to-
if that was like a UK or Canadian spelling of a thing. Also, I'm just going to say some of these lists are excellent. All right. We started with Chip last time. We should start with Brian this time. Jason, you're back, so we'll start. Brian, tell us about your top 5 mythical creatures.
So I've got unicorns.
Mhm.
I've got Griffin McElroy, or griffins. I've got dragons. I've got elves, and I've got ogres.
All right. Annette, tell us about your 5 mythical creatures.
I have dragons, unicorns, owl bears, the Ogopogo, which I'm sure no one even knows what that is.
I know what that is.
And
It's a lake
A
monster.
a hippogriff.
Isn't that Danny Elfman's band?
Mm.
I have no idea. Might be.
Reference
Well,
acknowledged.
Reference college. All right. Excellent list, Annette.
Way to act old, Brian.
Mm.
Good work.
It's the mind melders room. Jason, tell us your list.
There's no spaghetti on this list. Is the key.
Good choice.
I had dragons and unicorns. I also went with centaurs, minotaurs, and the cyclops.
Okay.
Mythical creatures. I leaned heavy on myth.
Yeah. Erica, what do you got for us?
My first pick was unicorn, and because I work on Uncanny Magazine and Kathy is here, I had to specify that includes both space unicorns and business unicorns.
The
Both
full
varieties.
panoply of unicorns.
Excellent.
Yep.
Also, dragon, Pegasus, griffin, and manticore.
hmm And last but not least, Chip, tell us about your list.
Griffin, Medusa, Basilisk, Cyclops, and Kraken.
Kraken.
Unicorn
Okay.
erasure.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Wow, release the chip.
All right. Well, I will say, I think this may be a testament to the fact that you all are giant nerds, because you identified a wide range of mythical creatures here. No mythical creature appeared on every single list, and no one got a bingo, which is a complete mind meld across. So let's look at this. Obviously, a unicorn and dragon, high scores. It looks like Griffin came on 3 people. Everything else I think is distinct, right? Is
Yeah.
somebody
wait,
wants
no.
Cyclops.
Yep. Sorry, just saw the cyclops.
Oh, two
Ironically, two
Cyclopses.
Cyclops. Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
with
See, that was
one
the part
eye.
that confused me.
Cyclops, yes. And no one's going to try and argue that like a Manticore and a Pegasus are the same thing. Players, no.
I
Okay.
hope not, because I put both of them on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would be wrong. So, or like, yes, they are separate.
All right, let's do the scoring. Let's start with Brian. So you will get 4 points for Unicorn, 3 points for Griffin, and 4 points for Dragon. I think that's 11 points, Kathy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. Cause I
'cause
think
that's what you write?
That's what I wrote.
All right. Annette, also 4 points for Dragon, also 4 points for Unicorn is 8 points. Jason, you got 8. So let's see, 4 points for Dragon, 4 points for Unicorn, and 2 points for Cyclops. So I think that gets you to 10 points.
Sounds good.
Did I do something
Yes.
wrong, Kathy?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
You did right.
All right, Erica. You got Unicorn and Dragon. That's 8 total, and Griffin is 11.
Which name did I
And
spell weird?
you spell Griffin with an O.
Yeah. That's
Which-
the normal way.
Wait, where is the
It's-
O?
Instead of the
I.
For the record, Erica, I would also spell it O.
I guess I would have spelled it with 2 I's or with a Y. No. So
I thought you were going to go with the PH, which is another spelling that I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah, so still with
Yep.
an O.
Yeah.
Yes.
And usually with a Y instead of the first Y or
Mm.
first I.
and Chip gets 3 points for Griffin, 2 points for Cyclops, 5 points total. It is time for chaos points.
Chaos.
Well, I'm going to give 1 chaos points for Ogopogo because that is a cryptozoological creature. It's a lake monster, and it's fun to say. Ogopogo. That's my chaos point. Kathy, chaos point. Reminder:
Yeah.
chaos points can be negative.
It's true. They can. However, I'm going to give a positive for true chaos zone. I'm going to give a positive point to Chip for not mentioning unicorn.
Wow.
I feel
That's very kind of
simultaneously
you.
grateful and ashamed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
were
that's
spared there, too.
exactly what I want you to feel.
It's like, will the
Kathy-
gods strike me down or reward me for this heresy? Oh,
Who
reward me.
knows?
Okay, great.
Kathy, how has this affected the scores?
The scores have definitely changed, which is
That makes
great.
sense because we put
Yes.
numbers in them. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Moving on. Kathy, what are the scores?
All right. Annette is still in first place with 27 points. Brian is real close with 25. Chip and Jason are tied. It's the word that I was looking for with 23 points. And Erica has a very strong 18.
All right. Brian, it is your turn to choose the meld. Brian Hamilton, you must think very quickly about which of these 2 categories will we do next. Will we mind meld on donuts or Miyazaki movies?
Donuts.
Donuts it is. Players, you have 1 minute. 5 donuts. I just ate a donut today. I can't tell you what type it was because that would influence you.
Yeah, don't influence. I wish I had donuts today, and I really want donuts, but gluten-free donuts are just not very
Yeah.
good.
No, they're not.
It was type
We have to
delicious.
Still better than
we're
no
in,
donuts
we're in
at all.
a Sunday brunch curling league, and it's our job to bring the donuts tomorrow. And they're like, you also need a gluten free, and I'm like, okay, I'll get something, but I'm telling you, having spent almost a year
Yeah.
gluten free,
No.
it's not going to be good.
I'm
No.
just like a side of bread next to it. That's
Well, I mean,
gluten-free.
if you love
It's just a plate of
Actually,
toast.
I'm not going to say. If there's a certain type of donut, if that's your favorite kind of donut, then you're in better shape for enjoying gluten-free donuts. I'm not
Well,
going
we
to say
can
what
talk
it is
about that
because that
later.
would potentially
I know
be cheating.
I know what you mean.
I tend to
All
just
right.
go with a muffin instead because muffins, while not as good as donuts, they're
They don't rely on gluten to hold themselves together.
yeah, and
It's
so
bad.
they're gluten-free are better.
So yesterday, I had the bright idea of like 6 boxes of donuts for the office building. At the same time, somebody else independently had the bright idea of 3 boxes of donuts for the office building. And somebody else had the idea. I ate a lot of donuts yesterday.
I recommend that you organize a donut list
Yes.
for that reason.
That special donut text chain. All right.
I
Annette,
see no
I think.
holes in this plan.
Yes.
Well, I see one.
Singular hole.
All right, Annette, it is your turn to read your list first. Tell us about your 5 donuts.
I just want to start by saying I hate donuts from the bottom of my soul.
He does.
Disgusting.
Wow.
Does.
I
She
will
doesn't
not
even like
eat a
to
donut.
walk into a donut
No,
shop.
I
Yeah.
hate
Wow.
them. I hate the smell of
Annette-
them. I hate everything.
Annette does not even.
Oh.
Annette does not even like walking in a circle. That's how much. It's,
No, I will not.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I did make a list.
Mhm.
Cruller, Boston Cream, Timbit, also known temporarily as a Tim Beeb, yes,
What?
named
What?
after Justin Bieber for a little while in
Also true.
Canada.
You guys need to get like 3 more people in Canada. It'll really help.
Yes, sprinkle and honey glazed.
Very nice. Jason, tell us about your canonical 5 donuts.
Oh, this is going to be great because I mentioned none of the things that Annette just mentioned.
Yeah.
I find a problem with this question is there are like flavors of donuts and also styles of donuts.
There are.
Right.
Very
There.
tricky. I
Yeah.
tried
Yeah.
to play the spread a little bit here. So I went old fashioned, which is my favorite, cake, which is not my favorite, raised, which is a traditional style, and then I threw in glazed and chocolate. Those are my donuts.
Okay. I have a question for later about donuts, but I think I may be wrong based on things that other people have done. Speaking of other people, Erica, tell us about your list of donuts.
I also started with old fashioned because that's my favorite kind of donut. And then Boston
Oopsies.
cream, then jelly, which I don't like, but
Oh.
it's a kind of
It's a
donut that
donut.
some people like. Cake. I also like cake donuts. And then I didn't know if anybody would be weird, but I thought maybe they might, and I just decided to throw out there whole. But that is the same thing as a Timbit.
A Timbit, yeah.
Yeah.
Donut holes and Timbits are the same.
We'll see how
Also
Kathy
known as
feels about that.
munchkins
All right.
from
Yeah.
shaped like the Dunkin' Donuts thing. But it's the same food.
Chip.
So I had chocolate covered,
Mm-hmm.
jelly,
Mm-hmm.
powdered,
Oh,
cruller is how I've pronounced them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this is possibly the same as I don't know, but as a Krispy Kreme partisan, I had to go with the yeast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't know what a yeast donut is, but
It's
sounds
a
great.
raised donut.
It's
Okay.
a raised donut, yeah.
All right. Well, that's up to Kathy, but we're learning things.
It's the yeast that
Brian.
makes it rise.
That
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
just science, Tony.
Yeah. Brian, give us your final list of 5 donuts.
So I did not screenshot my list as I traditionally do. Let's see if
no.
I remember all of them. I had
Yeah.
Hi, Glenn.
old fashions, chocolates, jelly, and maple.
I believe that is correct. I don't know if people heard the first word there was glazed.
Okay.
All right. First off, I just want to ask a question. Both Erica and Jason, you listed old fashioned and cake.
Yes.
Now, my primary vector for donuts is Dunkin' Donuts, which is, I think people who enjoy food find that problematic. But at Dunkin' Donuts, an old fashioned donut and a cake donut are the same donut.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Okay.
A cake donut is the
Old-fashioned-
consistency of cake. An old-fashioned donut is fried, but it's much
It
harder.
has sour cream in it.
Yeah, and then
Really?
there's the raised, which
Yeah.
has yeast in it and makes it
Yeah.
rise. They're
I don't know if
three
the
very
old fashioned
different-
donut from Dunkin' Donuts is actually any of those things. It's just brown. You know?
I think it's
All right.
not.
All right. So, first off, we have our first across the board meld. Erica, all 5 of your donuts were represented by somebody else's list. And Jason,
I'm average.
all 5 of your donuts were represented by somebody else's list after we did some math on things.
Donuts.
So,
Oh.
Erica and Jason will get a bonus meld point right away there. All right, now the scoring of donuts. This is going to be a little bit more confusing because I think you all scored a lot of points, right?
Yes.
So let's start with Annette. Annette, you get 2 points for Cruller or Cruller. You get 2 points for Boston Cream. You get 2 points for Donut Holes / Timbits. I think we're up to 6 points so far. And you get 3 points for Glazed or Honey Glazed. I count 9 points for Annette.
Did only 2 of us say Boston cream? I thought there were 3.
Nope.
Only 2 of you.
Only
you
2.
and Annette. The people furthest from Boston.
Yep.
I don't like Boston cream. I'm a
True, but
heretic.
Okay.
No, I don't
like it.
I don't like
Wow.
donuts with things in
I
them.
don't like any of them.
They're too much like just biting into a giant bug. And as somebody who bites into a lot of
Whoa.
giant bugs, I don't like to think about donuts.
I
with.
told
Tony,
you.
how
Rather-
could you?
I'd rather eat a bug, honestly.
Tony does that for his job. He doesn't want to do that for his pleasure.
Yeah. Work-life balance, people. It
It's
matters.
true. It's important.
Yeah. Thank you. If anyone would like to sign up for my newsletter, you're wrong. All right. Where was I? That we've only scored 1 person. Jason. Jason, you get 3 points for old fashioned, which is apparently different than cake. You get 2 points for cake. That's 5 total. You get 3 for glazed, 8 total. You get 3 more for chocolate, 11 total, and 2 for raised / yeast is 13, plus your meld point is 14, right?
Love it.
All right. Erica, 3 for old fashioned, 2 for Boston cream is 5, 3 for jelly is 8, 2 for cake is 10, 2 for donut holes is 12, and your meld point gets you to 13. Chip, yeast / raised is 2, chocolate is 3, gets you to 5, jelly is 3 more, gets you to 8, and cruller / color is I think I get to 10 this time, Kathy.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
entirely possible. This is why we have
Yeah.
a host and a score creeper,
Yep.
because it's very
Score creeper?
difficult. Yes, score creeper.
Interesting. My favorite donut is the cinnamon roll, which, as I correctly surmised, everyone here would agree is not a donut.
It's not a donut. Yeah.
Because I'll eat it.
And
the truest test right there.
Brian,
It is.
3 for glazed, 3 for old fashioned gets you to 6, 3 for chocolate gets you to 9, 3 for jelly gets you to 12. I think you're at 12. All right. Chaos points. Kathy, I'll let you go first this time. What do you got for chaos points?
We're giving Brian a -1 point because he made negative comments about a Boston cream in a very harsh form.
Wow.
So sorry.
Wow.
You're the
Brian.
best.
You now this is new that you get points or not points for things you say. I like it.
We needed some more chaos on this.
Yeah. Next up, Chip gets a point for being a great person. No, that's not in the game. I guess it's on me to subtract a point or add a point. You know what, Annette? You lose a point for teaching me about Tim Biebs. I don't like that.
So I will take it.
You know what though? The commercials they're really delightful.
Oh well, I don't care.
That kid is not afraid to make fun of them.
Kathy, could you give us the scores real quick as we head into round 4?
I would love nothing more because we have a shakeup. In first place, Jason has 37 points.
The
From
donut
the power.
Brian has 36. Annette has 35. Chip has 33. And Erica now has 31.
Still last.
Wow.
Still
Tight.
last.
The last, but much closer. So
All right.
not as last.
Annette,
Last.
you have lost your first place lead that you've held a commanding lead. Well, you've held a lead the whole game. It's time to claim it. You will do that by getting to select what round, because you were next up in line to select what round.
Yep.
Your options for rounds. It's somewhat alliterative. You get to choose. Will we be naming robots or rodents?
Rodents.
All right, rodents, players, 1 minute on the clock. I want your 5 canonical rodents.
Top
Rodent or
5.
not.
Top
Rodent or
5.
Rodent or
not.
not. Rodent or not.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, according to this Wikipedia page, I've skimmed briefly.
I am very excited that my knowledge of rodents is coming into play.
I have a lot of thoughts I can share about rodents here, but they would influence people. It really cuts into what we can banter about, Kathy.
It's true. And yet somehow we will find
robots.
something.
Because I guess I will just remind you, it does, in our early tests of this game, there was a lot of concern about like having the right or the wrong answer. And the only thing that defines a right or a wrong answer is, do other people say it, right?
Yep.
If the question is, signers of the Declaration of Independence, and you say Abraham Lincoln, everybody else says Abraham Lincoln gets points. It does not matter that he was not born.
Well, I assure you, one of my answers is wrong.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln, noted rodent. Well, we don't know.
Sort of a
We don't know what lived in that hat.
It's true.
It was a simpler time. I have
Abraham Lincoln.
I have concerns about one person's answer already. Annette, please hit submit.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Screenshotting.
Yeah. Who did I have read first last time? I think Annette. So I think we're around to Jason.
You want to hear about some rodents, Tony?
I would love to hear about your 5 favorite rodents, should I say 5 rodents you think you. Top 5 rodents coming out.
One of my favorite rodents I didn't include because I don't think people are going to go there. We'll see. But I did go with the mouse.
Classic. Mouse and rat, classic rodents.
It's your ketchup and mustard of rodents.
Yeah.
Mouse and the rat, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Your burger and hot dog.
And then pandering a little bit to some of our northerly people, I put beaver.
The engineer of the rodent kingdom.
Yeah, you gotta love beavers. Squirrel and guinea pig.
Okay.
Excellent.
All Are beavers rodents?
I think
Yes.
they are.
I believe
Okay.
so.
Beavers are large semi-aquatic rodents. Excellent.
Yeah.
Again, it does not matter, but I will berate
The more
you
you know.
if you're wrong. Yeah, beavers are large. They're pretty big for rodents. All right.
They are.
That was Jason.
Not the
Erica.
biggest rodent, though.
No. We're getting there, people. This is what we call it.
Don't worry, it will come up.
It will come up. I am looking at a spreadsheet. Will it come
That
up
was my
on
favorite.
Erica's list? Let's find out. Erica, top 5 rodents.
Well, even though we don't have them here in Alberta, rat.
Mhm. I love the
always
way
important
I just love that you brag about that about once a
Yeah.
week. Yep.
I have to.
Yep. It's a very limited set of things you can be proud of in Edmonton, and that's on there.
It's true.
Fair.
Yep.
I also picked beaver because it is a
Mhm.
rodent.
Yep.
Mouse, classic.
Yep.
Shrew, because
Yep.
that's what we had in our house when I was growing up. And capybara.
Yes.
Yay,
Excellent.
The best
Best.
rodent, the capybara.
People, if you don't know, you can search for video of capybaras taking hot baths on the
Oh,
internet, and it's just
It's so cute.
capybaras are just real chill, and they just like to hang out in the sauna all
Yeah.
day. And I
They
don't know. I
also-
think they've got a
they
lot
also
of things
like to
figured
hang
out
out-
that we do not.
They also like to hang out with like any other animal. Capybaras are
Yes,
just
they
like
do.
chill with anybody. Love
Yep. No,
They're the
they're great. All right. Chip, 5 rodents.
So, in line with previous callers, rat, mouse, and guinea pig. I also had prairie dog, and because incomparable folks are a special breed, I also had capybara.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm feeling really bad about
Yeah.
omitting I had it in the box.
I know.
And I was
Yeah.
like, nobody's gonna say capybara. I gotta take it out.
Jason, you got to
My
think.
cinnamon roll.
Remember, these are people that you have been podcasting with for
Man.
years. These are people that you have you've infected each other's brains over and
we know
over
our
again.
I've never
rodents.
talked about
True.
capybaras with the people here, though.
Well,
We got it anyway.
you know what? Wasted time. We're all dying every day, and every day we don't talk about capybaras is a
We
day
die
we
a little more
wasted. Yeah.
inside.
So, yep.
That's spirit
Thank you. That was
going.
the mortality check-in here on
Thanks.
Welcome.
Meld.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Round 4 is
Brian. Brian,
That
do
was
you
my
have
That was
Brian?
my favorite Sylvia Plath poem about capybaras. It was wonderful. So here are my different rodents:
Mhm.
mouse, rat. I ran out of ideas, so I said mouse rat from.
Ah,
Parks and
yes.
Rec.
Yep.
Squirrel.
Just-
I
I
think is
ju-
a rodent,
Squirrels are rodents.
and then a raccoon, which I don't think is a rodent.
It is not absolutely
It's
not a
not.
rodent.
No.
But
rat.
I always love. I mean, let's be honest, people. It is operating under pressure is very
Yep.
hard.
Yep.
But there's just something delightful of like literally getting to you have to come up with 5 items and you've gotten to 3 and you stall out with mouse
Yep.
rat.
Yep.
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 Annette, what do you got for us?
Okay, so I picked this topic and then got to the mythical rat,
Mm.
which I'd have no idea if they exist or not. And then I was like, I don't actually know anything about rodents, and I panicked. So then I was like, wait, mouse, vole, and then I sat for a really long time and eventually wrote in Mickey Mouse and
Famous
Minnie Mouse.
famous rodent. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep. No
I
one
tried
can
to
just
think
use.
of like not Minnie Mouse, but I'm like, there's I have
There's
no
at least
idea.
one other
I'm
one. Yep.
done.
Yep.
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
I
Yep.
did not know beaver was a rodent, and now or it's like, oh, and now
Mm.
muskrat.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could have picked muskrat too.
Could have
Mhm.
picked lots of stuff. Nope.
There
I
are
find a rat
there's
does live in Alberta.
It
there are a
does.
lot of them.
'cause
Oh,
it's
so you're
rats.
only rat free
They're
for
not-
some definitions of rat. I
they're
know.
not actually rats.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just
Wow.
saying that like on the Edmonton seal it says muskrats are not rats. Asterisk.
One
Yes,
Kickstarter
they
project
are
that
not.
removed that one
Yeah.
Kickstarter project that removed the rat from The Departed. That's the only version of The Departed that's allowed in.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm.
Which is
Mm.
weird
It
since
is.
it was partially shot
Reference
here, I think.
acknowledged. Ah, yes,
They're,
Edmonton, the Boston of Alberta. All right, let me see how quickly we can do scoring because that is the time-consuming part of the game. So everyone got mouse and rat. So you all start with 10 points, which is great. Erica, you get 2 more points for beaver and 2 more points for capybara, getting you 14 points. Chip, you get 2 more points for capybara, 2 more points for guinea pig, getting you to 14 points. Jason, beaver, 2 points for squirrel, 2 points for guinea pig. You get you to 16, and then you get a bonus point for being the one meld of the round, 17 points. Brian, 10 points for mouse and rat, and no points for mouse rat.
Are you
and
sure
2
it's
points
both
for
combined?
squirrel. Gets you to 12 points. And a net, a sweet 10 points for rat and mouse. So how do we feel about these from a chaos point of view? You know what? I'm going to give Brian 1 point for raccoon, which I believe is the one non-rodent we mentioned. And just, it's got double letters in it. And I think that's real. I think raccoons did real well for themselves at the whole getting a good name point of thing.
Eat it, Kathy. And by it, I mean a Boston cream donut because my point's
Yes.
back.
The spirit of Glenn washes over us. Kathy, would you like to add or subtract a point?
Yes, Annette gets my point because so in our spreadsheet we had chaos points, and I put ideas for what I thought would be a good chaos point, and I put bonus point for individually named ones like Remy, and so I would give you 2 if I could for Mickey and Minnie, but alas, I can only do 1 because we can't have too much chaos here.
Why not? You're
So
the
you get a point.
scorekeeper. You can do
I know,
whatever
it's
you
true.
want.
It's true.
Yeah,
But I also have the rules.
You really can't, Kathy. No one can stop you. All right.
My conscience can.
We are past the halfway point of the game. Quick score check. I believe first place is still not Annette.
No, it's not. It's still Jason with 54 points.
A strong lead.
Second place is Brian with 49 points. Chip has 47. Annette has 46. And Erica's coming up with 45.
All I have to say is rats.
Yeah. Jason, way to leverage your knowledge of donuts and rodents. finally paid off that second master's degree you got.
Excellent.
That's right.
All right. And it just coincidentally, it happens to be Jason's turn to pick the next round. Jason, let me just check here. Did I skip somebody and who got to pick which rounds? Are there not enough rounds? I'm confused about this. Who has not picked?
I have not picked.
Chip picked. Okay, sorry. Chip picked, Brian picked. So Jason will pick the next round. Erica will pick the last round.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
We're great,
good.
Tony. We're great.
Jason, you will get to decide what we are going to list for our round 5. Your options are either 1 minute to list Batman villains or 1 minute to list Mario Brothers characters. Don't overthink it.
Mario Brothers characters.
Excellent.
Interesting choice. I am putting 1 minute on the clock for you to list Mario Brothers from the video game and affiliated media Super Mario Brothers things. Let me list some of mine. Not right now.
Now that I've already submitted because I had that stuff on the top of my mind. What did y'all think of the Mario Brothers movie trailer?
Well, there are characters in it that I can't name the names of, but I think that I might be overqualified to voice act in the Mario Brothers movie.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Crispy Mouse Rat, Chris Pratt. Oh my God.
For anyone who's ever said that voice acting is just a lazy fake job.
Wow. Oh.
They can get lazier.
Look, clearly they thought about what an entire movie would be with, hey, it's a Mario.
Whoa! You're naming people.
Like,
just giving it away.
Brothers. It's one of the Mario Brothers, the universe characters.
Yeah.
Or the Pope. It also could be the Pope. And clearly they're like, we just can't do that.
We can't.
So let's hire Chris Pratt because he can't do it either.
Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. Whose turn is it to name things? I think it's Erica. Erica, what do you got for us for Mario Brothers characters?
All right. I have not played a ton of Mario Brothers games since I was quite small.
Can you name at least one character in Mario Brothers? I'll give you a hint. I've already said the name of one of them.
I'm just saying I went fairly classic, I think.
Yeah. Hey, I think that's how
characters later.
Yeah.
So I got Mario. I got the other brother, Luigi.
Yep.
Peach and Yoshi, even though I don't think I ever played a game with Yoshi actually in it, and Toad.
All right.
I love Toad.
I am just going to tell you right here, Erica. You have gotten a meld. All of your things have been listed by somebody else.
Yeah,
This
that
looks
doesn't
like
help. I've discovered that it sounds really cool, but you can still have that happen and end up in
Yep.
last place consistently.
well, gets you a point. Going around to Chip. Chip, what do you got for Mario Brothers characters? Do they include Mario?
They do.
Yep.
They also include Luigi. They also include Princess Peach. They also include Toad, and they include Bowser.
All right, another meld. It's possible that there's a strategy to this game that Jason has discovered before I did. Brian, characters from Mario Brothers.
Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Bowser. I think that's my list. I didn't screenshot it.
That is correct, and that is
Yay.
another meld across the board there.
Isn't that exactly Chip's list?
It is exactly my list.
Yes, I think
Double meld.
it was submitted in slightly different order. But
Clear
yes.
minds, full melds can't lose.
Yeah. Annette.
Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and then I blanked and put in mushroom.
Toad is a mushroom.
Toad is a
So
mushroom.
close.
So close, and yet I think Kathy has not color coded you correctly for that, so you don't get it. And Jason, you picked this category. What do you got for us?
I got Mario. I got Luigi. I got Bowser, also in the trailer. Wario and Toad.
Can't wait to hear Chris Pratt's version of Wario. All right. No, it's just hi. I'm Chris Pratt. I mean, hi. I'm being paid to say I'm Wario. All right. So very close. You converged on a lot of people there. So obviously everybody got Mario and Luigi, your canonical Mario brothers.
Everybody gets Magnum.
Everyone gets them. So everyone starts from 10 points there. We had 4 people pick Princess Peach. 4 people picked Toad. 3 people picked Bowser, and 2 people picked Yoshi. Let me see. Kathy, let me just double check here. So
Yes,
Brian, 10 points for Mario and Luigi, 4 points for Princess Peach, 3 points for Bowser, is 4 points for Toad, gets you to 21. You get a bonus point for the meld, 22 points for Brian Hamilton. Jason, 10 points Mario and Luigi, 3 points for Bowser is 13, 4 points for Toad gets you to 17. Erica, 10 for Mario and Luigi, 4 for Peach, 14, 2 for Yoshi gets you to 16, 4 for Toad gets you to 20, and then I think Erica is owed one more point for the meld.
Yes. Nope.
Chip. 10 for Mario and Luigi, 3 for Bowser gets you to 16, 4 for Princess Peach gets you to 17, and 21 and 1. Hey, you got the same points as Brian Hamilton because you got the same list, 22 points. And Annette, 10 for Mario and Luigi, 2 for Yoshi gets you to 12, and 4 for Princess Peach gets you to 16 points. All right. Chaos Point may be a little bit tricky here because your lists were so similar. So I guess it's really down to how do we feel about you all as players,
as human beings,
as humans. I mean, this is not relevant to the game at hand, but did anyone do anything really good for the world today that I should be aware of?
Yeah, just randomly asking.
Yeah, just random. I'm just thinking.
I slept on the couch so as not to catch and spread COVID to other people.
1 point to Erica. No reason at all. No reason. Does anyone have anything bad that they did that they'd like to confess?
I would like to point. I have a chaos point for Annette for ruining the beautiful spreadsheet because
so
everyone except for Annette had Mario as number 1, Luigi as number 2, and Toad as number 5. And so the colors are all shifted. And so I'm sorry, Annette, you get -1 point.
All right.
I'm sorry. I just really like Yoshi.
I know. It's true.
He's the
It's
best.
very valid. And yet, I would have had to do something else if you hadn't have.
No.
All right.
Fine.
Kathy, score update as we head into our final regular round before we get to the final round.
Excellent. We have a tie for first place. Jason and Brian both have 71 points. Chip has 69. Nice. Erica has 67. And Annette has 61.
Wow.
It's
Big
anyone's
change of
game.
things. It's anyone's game. This is the tightest game of Mind Meld yet. We've only really done 2 of these. It's like baseball statistics.
Yes.
This has never happened before, but also it's not that exciting. Erica, you get to choose our final round here for round 6. You're going to choose whether player is going to list 5 things from the category of podcasts or other words for nerd.
Other words for nerd.
Other words for nerd. I'm putting a minute on the clock. Other words for nerd.
Excellent.
Good choice, Erica.
There was no way I was going for podcast. That field is way too wide.
It's true. It's true. But I loved the option for it because somebody had picked it. It could have been like really interesting. But that's fine because other words for nerd, also interesting.
But do I know 5 of those?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Family Feud. It's not correct answers. It's whatever everyone else picks.
All right, I'm just looking at these lists here. Mario, Luigi, these seem wrong.
Listen, I had to wait until the first one loaded to hide them. Thank you very much.
Why is she laughing at me? I know she's laughing at me.
Not.
All right, that's been
excellent.
a minute. Jason and Erica.
Screenshot.
I am,
submit.
yeah, screenshotting. I've discovered that it's actually faster, even though I'm slow at it. So here we go.
The rotations of
Excellent.
places of people is still hard on my head. I think Erica is going to go first, because I think Jason went first last time.
Yes.
All right, Erica chooses the round and goes first. And there's the weird, like, it's hard on my brain that the order the answers come in does not align with the orders that I have you.
That's not right. I picked the last category and went last.
Okay, so maybe Jason reads now.
Chip does, I think. You go
Chip
back to the
does?
top.
Now I'm next to last.
Okay.
Erica's last.
Yeah, it goes.
Okay, cool. Chip, 5 words for nerd.
I've got
other words for nerds.
I've got Greek and
Well,
freak.
now-
Well, one more
What?
time.
Can you say that first one again?
Is it geek,
Okay.
freak, bookworm, a classic shout out from Toe Jam and Earl, Poindexter, and then an old British word that I just happened to look up, and boy, does it have a different meaning out there. Grind.
Wow, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's not what I thought. Well,
Okay. Ryan, 5 words for nerd.
So I had a hard time with this one.
Yeah.
It was a really hard time. So I have geek,
Sorry.
like Chip does. Then I stalled,
Yep.
and I had podcaster,
Mhm.
gamer, goof is one I came up with, and then I ended with Ken Jennings.
Oh, you old Ken Jennings, you.
Why not Capybara,
Mm.
Brian? Let's start it now.
Hey, Capybara, what are you going to do? Go play some Ultimate Frisbee? Oh, sorry. I was just having a flashback to something happened in high school.
Aren't we all?
Annette, tell us about your 5 words for nerd.
Okay. Geek, dweeb, and apologies to all nerds out there, loser. But then I rebound with billionaire
Mhm.
and then end with keener.
Could you explain Keener?
Yes, please.
Keener is
Canadian.
it just means you're very keen to do your work and you're
Okay.
like do your homework and you show
Okay,
up on
okay.
time. So you're a keener.
Keener.
You're
Got
in
it.
Get Out. You're in Being John Malkovich. You're
Yep.
in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. All those other
Mhm.
movies.
Excellent.
Excellent.
That's acknowledged.
Jason, 5 words for nerd.
I had loser and then I deleted it because I came up with another one. But it stings, Tony. It stings. Geek. Dweeb.
I didn't choose this category. This is not on me.
You just offered it. The devil
Yep.
says, no. I just offered.
I just
to
presented
take your
it
soul.
on a
You
silver
made
platter.
the deal.
Mm.
Geek, dweeb, dork, brain or brainiac, and Poindexter.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Erica, you led us down this path of high
Sorry.
school memory. Would you just like to shove us into a locker before you read your list, or you want to read your list first?
I was gonna give you a swirly, but okay.
Oh,
sure, the locker's
ooh.
fine.
All right. Tell us about your list.
All right. So geek, dork, and dweeb came to me very easily, and then I
Mm.
stalled.
Mm.
And then I ended up with Poindexter.
Mhm.
So, yep, on the same side. That took me a long time to think of that. And I couldn't think of anything else, so I just put in doofus, which is totally not what a nerd
Yeah, I would say
is.
doofus is almost the opposite
The
of
opposite,
a
yep.
nerd in the well, I think we have obviously reached the point in our society and in our culture where I think at one point geek and nerd meant very different things, but it seems like they have kind of converged. And though people are writing me angry letters right now based on this intense scientific sampling, there is no difference between those words anymore.
Language
So
changes,
everybody,
people.
yep, everyone got geek as their top choice. Other word for nerd. It looks like, surprisingly, I thought there would be more convergence here, but you're a little spread out. 3 people are going to get Poindexter, 2 dweebs, and 2 dorks, and then everything else all over the place. So let's do the scores. Starting with Erica, you get your 5 points for geek, and you get 2 for dork, and 3 for Poindexter, 10 points. Back around to Chip, you get 5 for geek and 3 for Poindexter, 8 points. Brian, 5 points for geek. Annette, 5 for geek and 2 for dweeb gets you to 7. Jason, 5 for geek, 2 for dweeb, 2 for dork, and 3 for Poindexter, 12. Didn't get a full meld.
Shouldn't we be 3 points?
I see that Annette and Jason did dweeb, and also Erica did dweeb.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
See, the thing is that they capitalized it and
Yeah.
you had the lowercase, and
You
that's
did.
what threw
I
it
have
off.
not been
Minus
using any
1
capital
point.
letters.
I know.
Yeah.
That takes time,
Uh,
man.
So I think Jason and Erica are owed a point there on the scoreboard. Okay.
And
And
one more for Annette too.
one more for Annette. All right. Time for chaos slash chaos points. Like,
You keep doing this slash.
I know who I am. All right. You know what? I enjoyed learning about Keener. 1 point to Annette for Keener.
I am
I
going
wish I
to
would have
give
thought of it.
I'm going to give Erica a point as apology for missing her dweeb.
All right. The system works.
Very Canadian.
Yes.
All right. All right. Kathy, final score updates as we go into our intense final round, which will have a different format than all previous rounds before it.
All right. Jason has hacked the system because
Wow.
he has 84 points. Second place, coming from behind, Erica's got 79.
I knew what I was doing when I picked that category.
Chip has 77. Brian has 76. And Annette has 70.
From first to fourth. Oh my God.
Yeah, from first to last. But if I don't lose a game show, everyone will be disappointed.
Ryan, just picture that Jackbox animation, right? Where it goes.
All right. Let me tell you about our last round. Now, our last round is a little bit different in that your answers have to be correct. Your answers have to be valid as determined by Tony and Kathy. They have to fit within the category that you will be given. Your answers have to not be a duplicate with things that people have given before. And this round will go around. It will go in the order of play. Chip, Brian, Annette, Jason, Erica. You'll have to name something in the category, and we will repeat this until somebody stalls out, at which point they're out. And basically, the last person standing gets 5 points. And you get, next to last 4 points before that, 3, 2, 1, etc. So this round is a little different. You got to think on your feet. And I will tell you it'll be challenging. Kathy is going to try and keep track of uniqueness. I will attempt to keep track of validity.
And we're not supposed to take notes on this one, right?
You will not have time.
You will not have time.
You will not have time. Any questions before I start this? I'll tell you, we did this before with fruits, and that was a disaster. We're not going to do that with this one. But you could imagine if the category was fruit, Chip would name a fruit, Brian would name a fruit, Annette would name a fruit, etc. As soon as someone stalls, they're out, and the next person goes, and we go. Your amount of time that you're given is, I think you get 3 seconds maximum, as determined by Tony and Kathy. Yeah,
And we're not using the form.
you're not using
No.
the form. This is just you.
Verbal only.
I will attempt to maintain the order. Kathy, you're jotting them down to try and keep track of duplicates. Ready? Your category is Muppets. Chip, name a Muppet.
Ralph.
Brian, name a Muppet.
Bert.
Annette, name a Muppet.
Kermit.
Jason, name a Muppet.
Left snouth.
Erica, name a Muppet.
Miss Piggy.
Chip,
Right snouth.
Brian,
Ernie.
Annette,
Fozzie.
Jason,
Bunsen honeydew.
Erica,
Very Dawn.
Chip,
Mana mana.
Brian,
Big Bird.
Annette,
Scooter.
Jason,
Beaker.
Erica,
Barkley.
Chip,
Robin.
Brian,
Animal.
Annette,
Oscar the Grouch.
Jason.
80s robot.
May I have to Google that one later? Erica,
Skeeter.
Chip,
Cookie Monster.
Brian,
Snuffleupagus.
Annette,
The Count.
Jason,
Super Grover.
Erica,
Walter.
Chip,
Sam the Eagle.
Brian,
I'm out.
Annette,
I think I'm out. I was going to say the Eagle.
Jason,
Pepe the Prawn.
Erica,
Janice.
Chip,
Waldorf.
Jason,
Dr. Teeth.
Erica,
Rizzo.
Chip,
Statler.
Jason,
Animal.
Already
and
done.
All right.
Erica,
I can't think of his name. Sorry.
Chip.
Zoot.
All right.
Nice work.
Beautiful.
Wow. Woo.
That
was
went
tense.
very different than I was
That was-
expecting.
Very intense. I saw strategies in there, but that was intense. All right, let us make sure we get the scores correct here. I believe Chip, you're gonna get 5 points for being a last person standing. Now, I guess Erica gets 4, Jason gets 3, 2 for Annette and 1 for Brian.
I
think
take
is where
issue with you guys agreeing that Menomina is a Muppet because that
is
not the
Menomina
case.
not a Muppet? Is
It's
a
a song.
No,
That's
it's
his
a
name.
song.
Menomina and
I
the
think-
2 snouts.
yeah? No, I think that's his name.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I there were some where it's like I was waiting for someone else to yell
the
at
Muppet,
me.
The Muppet
Um,
Wiki, the official Bible of the Muppet question,
Ah.
says Menomina is a purple Muppet with wild orange
Okay.
hair.
Mhm.
All right then.
Tell
Says
us
his
about
name.
80s robot. Where's 80s
robot?
80,
80s
I put
robot's
it
in
in
the
the chat.
movie.
80s robot is in the Muppets, and he is an 80s robot. I don't know
He's
what to tell you.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's awesome. He's
Great.
awesome.
debuted in the 2011 movie The Muppets.
Yep.
Got it. So a recent
Okay.
Muppet.
He is a
Got
recent Muppet, but I love him. I think he's hilarious.
All right. Is he a Muppet? I mean, I guess it says he's a robot character.
I mean, there's a picture
yeah.
of him palling out with Kermit there. So
I mean,
you
is he
tell me.
made out of felt? You
Did
know?
you say we're listing
Uh,
felt Muppets? I would have changed my answer.
Well, I mean, is he? Let me say, he's clearly a character in the Muppets movie. All right.
He
Anyway,
is,
it's settled.
He is a puppet in a Muppet movie, friends.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right.
I'll
I
allow
will just let you know that it was intense. I just enjoy people saying Muppet names with different levels of like.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Waldorf.
Kathy and I did have some discussion ahead of time as what would be appropriate rounds for this, and what we did some ruling ahead of times. We were prepared for people to argue about it. It seems like the internet is in consensus on our two things that we anticipated arguments about. There being are Sesame Street characters Muppets. The internet seems to be in complete consensus that Sesame Street characters are Muppets. Listeners,
That's all I knew.
Yes.
did not come up here. Is Yoda a Muppet? The internet seems strongly in favor of the idea that Yoda is not a Muppet, though obviously was created
Really?
by
Did
creators
you
of
anticipate-
the Muppets.
Muppet.
Did you anticipate the
Yeah.
great controversy of whether Grover and Super Grover are different
I
characters?
know. I was like, I
I
still want to say Grover, but then I was like, I better be
Actually,
safe.
I
was
w-
ready to say no because even though Super Grover is like regular Grover is Super Grover's secret identity. They are
You never
the same.
you never
So,
see
like,
him in the
but
same place at once,
yeah.
right?
I would say that Grover and Super Grover are not are the same person.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Otherwise, you could pick like you could pick,
spoilers, kids. Spoilers.
Kermit when he's a TV newsman is
Yeah,
not a
right.
different
yeah.
Muppet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it didn't come
Yeah.
up because nobody
Like,
wanted
is-
to argue.
We didn't
Is
challenge that.
Monster Piece Theater Cookie Monster a different
Totally
Muppet than
different.
Cookie
Monster,
Monster?
Cookie, and
Yeah.
Cookie Monster, different
Yeah.
characters.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have done our final round. I would love a final score report from Kathy Campbell, my scorekeeper.
Absolutely. All right. At the bottom, 5th place, a very solid 72 points goes to Annette. 4th
Solid.
place goes to Brian with 77. 3rd place is Chip with 82. And Erica has 83, which means Jason's in 1st place with 87.
Congratulations,
How do you
Jason.
do, fellow
Snell.
kids.
Jason.
Yeah. You have melded the most minds. Jason Snell, you have won the new version of Mind Meld. This is redeemable for no cash prizes. Players, thank you for playing. Kathy Campbell, thank you for keeping score. Listeners, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed Mind Meld, let us know. If you have ideas on how Tony should improve it, also let me know on the listener snack. We are slowly improving things incrementally, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with another iteration of Mind Meld with completely different players and new rounds for people to play.
Probably new rules. We'll see.
But also Kathy will be here. Until then, goodbye, nerds.
Remember,
And
a
keep
rodent
watching
is
the
not a
clock.
donut.
I will say, in our beta test, Shelly was in the lead like the entire game, and
Yeah.
there was nobody even had a chance of catching up with her. So this was interesting that both Annette, you were in I thought a pretty strong lead early on and fell behind, and Erica, you went from behind to 2nd place. So I
Yeah.
think our new scoring rules allow.
I think
more,
it
I
Big
think
swings.
the combination of bigger swings. I think it was a combination of the scoring rules and an odd number of players. There was
Yeah.
a lot of just trading points in the with
Yeah.
an even number of players.
I love the idea
Yeah.
that each round can have you can have a round where everybody gets 10 and a round where everybody
Yes.
gets in the 20s, so you can
Yeah.
have that huge swing when you don't expect it.
Yes.
I had during the game I had one suggestion, and I don't know the ramifications of this, but it seems like if you get a meld, you should get more points.
more than
I
one.
think.
Yeah.
I think that getting
I
a meld
agree
where
with that.
you call all
Yeah.
5 things out on the board, I think you should get a bigger bonus. I also kind of wonder if there should be a bonus if 2 people submit the exact same list. I kind of love that idea, like that
Oh,
Brian
okay.
and Chip. It only happened once, but like that Brian and Chip got identical lists that you should
That
get
was
like
cool.
that's another
Maybe
mind
that-
meld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Yeah, 'cause
I was
really
thinking the same
excited.
thing.
I was
I
really
like
excited
that.
when you said, like, Erica, you got a mind meld. I was like, sweet. And then when I discovered it was only 1 point, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Not
and
exciting.
she didn't get very many points because she melded on a low scoring points, and so her round
Yeah.
was bad, even though she got the
Yeah.
meld. And I feel like
You're
Yeah.
right.
there should be some sort of either a meld bonus or anybody who gets the meld gets the highest score in that round or something. I don't know what. Figure it
I think
out,
you should
but-
probably get maybe. I
Like
think
5.
3. I was thinking, Kathy, maybe we try 3 and see how 3
Okay.
affects.
Yeah, I'm okay
Um,
with 3. Yeah.
'cause
And
I
then
felt bad
maybe
for Erica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe
I do too.
a bonus 1 or a bonus 2 for getting a perfect with the Brian Chip perfect synchronicity.
Yeah, right. You
on
want
Meld.
that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like 1 point if the lists are the same, and then they get an extra point if they're in the same order.
Yeah.
Because that
Oh.
almost happened.
This was
Well,
so
for
much
what
fun,
it's
Tony.
worth,
Thank you
you
so much.
guys.
Kathy, you're great.
Oh.
I gotta go.
Enjoy your
Bye.
Brian.
Enjoy your
Brian.
raspberry.
For what it's worth, you guys,
All
my
right,
mom says
the
she
youngs are
laughed.
gone.
Mom said she laughed out loud multiple times.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful. Yay. Thanks, Mom.
I'm gonna end
This is a
the
good game,
live
Tony.
stream / bootleg.
Bye,
So,
listeners.
All right,
Bye,
we love our
nerds.
listeners. Bye.
I feel like I have
Stream's off
10 places to hit stop.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't you though?
Yeah.
No
Yes.
longer recording.